ほにゃー、皆さんどうも、こんにちは。バーチャルラグドールな、山本とろでーす。はい、どうもどうも。で、今日は FF16 やっていこうと思います。裏でサブクエとかをやっておりまして、サブクエはとりあえず全部やったか、全部やってねえんだ。この影の立役者ってやつがなんかね、進めないんでね、メインストーリー進めないと無理っぽい。なんか鍵マークついてできなかったわ。よし。
Was wondering when you turn up. Had ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just
前回はね、結構進んだね、ストーリーがね。アナベラ・ババアも死んだしよ。ざまだったわ。
Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So, right.
マハムードもゲットしてね、ちょっと使ってみたわ。なかなか強かったね。
Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
お、どうした目覚めたって。
Thank you, Otto.
ディオンはどうなったんだよね。ディオンも一緒に連れて帰ったでしょ。
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he
やっぱオリビア操られてたんだ。あのくっそムカつく態度操られてたのかな。
Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wait.
もしかしたら死んじゃったんかな。
reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
全部教えてくれ。アルテマってなんでアルテマってよ。
I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate,
やっぱ死にかけてたんだ。
it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you. Even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon.
アルテマが器に従ってるからなんかすげえかな。
power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for
なるほど。
8 elements. But you.
クライブ何でもかんでも操ってんね。召喚獣。いっぱい使うやん。
You're special.
特別なんで。
Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. They do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly.
得意体質なんだね、クライブな。
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he come to me since a boy?
知らん。これを知らなかったんだな。クライブ実はめちゃくちゃすごいやつだったのに。
Somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish.
精神体。
Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept.
おったやん。
is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take
死
Clive.
ぬねよ、女子は運命。
I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
あ、ジュンさん、こんにちは。コメント、センキュ
Joshua.
ー。女子はいっつも血吐いてんな。もう絶対血吐くな。
At the gates of Canberra.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at
船を
their ship.
隠して逃げ遅れた。
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here.
地図絵みたいなもんだろ、おめえ。
Through Tabor. Should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
言うこと聞かねえな、女子はね、頑固だから
You
ね。
don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my
女子がパーティーに入るのか、
who
こ
used
れ。
to wait for me in Tabor if
熱い
we
な。
became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
幼なじみ3人
Stays
そう
close
て
to
ん。
me. He'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
なんか増えた。サブクエストめっちゃ増えた。3つも増えてる。最悪。どんだけあんねん。ワールドマップから。どこも行けなくなってるし。クロージットエコーズ。女子は知ってんのかな、トルガルのあれ正体。実はただの犬じゃねえんだぞっていう、フェンリーなんだぞっていう、光と闇。
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canberra was attacked,
なかなか
she
厳
would
しいな、
already
クライブ。
have begun gathering information.
のんきなこと言
Tabor
っ
is
てる
at
バージ
far.
デート
We
と。
should pick up the pace.
ファイルクス。バハム。遠いな。
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
はい、ムシムシ。 無視無視。じゃあねー。危な。雑魚的は無視や。ハンター。お、この行き止まりなんか怪しいぞ。宝箱あるんじゃね。こういう行き止まりには気づかれたい。なんもねえし。いってまあいいでしょ、こいつでちょっと何て言うんだっけ、これ、このインパルスっていうのがこのサテライトっていうの、あとこれでなんか溜まってくるね。これでで、された。ギガフレア、レイジングフィスト。レイジングフィストよりもワインドアップにしといた方がいいな。レイジングフィストって要はカウンターだけど、カウンター狙えるチャンスが相当ない。そういうわけで変えよう。あれ、ちょっと倒したんだけど、下のやつに気づかれていたけど最悪なんですけど、こいつせっかく倒したのに。なんかこの辺なんか道ね、この辺なんか道が、あ、この上か。お、いけねえ。なんもねえじゃん、ここクソじゃん。戦闘中だからこれアビリティ変えられないタイプだね。離れよう。別に変えなくていいやっていうか、レイジングフィストもなかなか強いからね。
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
遠いなー。サブクラ当たんな。お、誰かいる。サブクラか。サブクラだー。あれ、お前じゃねえのか。いや、お前じゃねえのか。一応受けとくか。進行方向にあるかもしれないしね。クソ、はあはあ。
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this.
なかなかみんな赤潮になっちまっただって。
Every last
地獄じゃん。
There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go.
まあ、ついでにやっといてやるよ。
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track.
なかなかみんな化け物になっちまったのかわいそうだな。
Reach. Tabor. Forgive me. Lord,
こいつフーゴ進行してんのかよ。もう死んだぞあいつは。
Well, soldier.
死んだんか。
You said the encampment was
死んだん
close.
か。
Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
エーテルタナーレ。
Then we'll just have to be careful.
さあ、アカシアの連中、こちらか。あ、大量にいる。あ、超過分までアカシアやってる。チャージがおっせんだよな、このね、メガフレア。敵の攻撃を避けたらね、食べるのも早くなるんだけど。貢献してくんねえかな。カモやってこいやってこい。もういいわ、撃つわ。はい、これ強いのよ。溜めるのが遅い分強いのよ。お、まだ生きてる連中いるのか。
I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
どこどこ。いたわ。
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he?
そいつはもう死んじゃったよ。
His wounds were too deep.
「生き残りはお前だけか。
He was right to send you. Those things. You slew
お前も
one
証になるんじゃねえのお前。
Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here. You've earned it.
お前もこんなとこにいたら証になっちまうぞ。
You seem familiar. Have we met?
どこがで
You
見た
must have me confused with someone else.
人違いでしょ。
Wait. That scar.
やめろよ。
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnus when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward!
せっかく生き残ったのにこいつ。
Lord Kupka
自
shall
ら
be
死にに行くのか。バカなやつめ。挑発に乗る。挑発を無視する。乗ってやろうじゃねえか。売られた喧嘩は。
If you insist.
For Tyson!
ぶっ殺してやるよてめえ。あれ、あ、赤試合に乗る系か。ちょうどいいわ。
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on.
Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Then
洗脳されてんじゃん、フーゴに。
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
あ、無視無視。せっかく助けてやったのに。 遠くなるんだけど。ワイルドナック犬。あとちょっとってなったらすぐ遠くなる。
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
タボール。
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
What 何を物色してんだ。あ、従者いた。あ、ジョシュアは。あれ、ジョシュアどこ行った。
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
あ、いたわ。
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
バルナバルのね、アルテバに操られてそうだからね。商業会議なんとか。
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink.
静かにしろこのクソじじいども。
Forgive us. We were not aware Dalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the
おや、
council.
出た
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What did
この
you...
右のやつは何
What
なん
is
だろう
the
な。
meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it
こい
will
つ
have
こい
to
つ
serve.
こいつ何者だよ。
Very well. My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
無理でしょ。
Enough.
あ、全員まとめてやったわ。
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
小娘。
See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
ミュトスってなんだよ。クライブみたいな特殊体質を持った人のことを言うんかな。
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient.
宗教が
Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose.
宗教だったのか、この絵は。
Figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
なるほど。全召喚獣の力を使えるクライブの体を欲しているのか。それは納得だわ。
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother, to the free cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you...
めちゃめちゃ心配してくれてるやん。
You have my word.
それいる？それいるか？
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
めっちゃ外晴れてんじゃん。夜ならまだしも真っ昼間じゃねえかよ。そうランプいらねえだろ。
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go. Cyril, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the flame of the Phoenix.
ジョシュアさんの右筆だって右筆。意味わからんわ。どういう意味よ。右筆って。
Cyril here, with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, nothing but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
こいつ髪の毛だけだ。よく見ると。
Pray accept this token.
信頼の証。
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
みんな信頼の証持ってんな。
We'll talk about this later.
だいぶもうなんかジャラジャラしてんじゃねえのクライブ。いろんな国のいろんな人の信頼の証つけてるよね多分どっかに。
You certainly keep strange bedfellows.
すんごいチャラチャラしてそう。
The free cities and
むちゃくちゃ遠いな。くそ、チョコバ。来た来た来た来た来た来た。行くでー。
Ready, go? Yeah!
めっちゃできるな。オーク。あ、むしむし。倒そうって言ってるとジョシュアがじゃあ倒すか。じゃあ倒すわ。ジョシュアが倒そうって言うなら倒す。弱っ。先生の方の一発で終わったわ。あれどこ行った？なんで後ろの。
Run like the wind.
めちゃくそいるんだけど、奥それ全部倒してらんねえわ。これやっぱ無視だわ。すまんな、ジョシュは先を急ぐぞ。
Clive, smoke.
Is the city fallen?
ここがカンベルか。無事か？無事じゃなさそうだな。争ってそう。ウォールド兵のアカシアが攻めてんでしょ。
The free men are still holding their own then.
一般ピーポーじゃ勝てないでしょ。
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Zio to Campbell.
Sounds like thunder.
暗号か？邪魔！川！谷！
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
みんな無事じゃねえか。
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
どういうこと？よ、おじさん、おじさん嬉しいやろな、めちゃくちゃ。クライブだけじゃなくて、ジョシアまで生きてたなんてもう本当嬉しいやろな。
I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
言うこと聞くんだ。
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, A few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them.
スタミナ無限かよ、証や。
What do you propose?
チートだろ。
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river.
早速別行動かよ。
My brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
船完成間
See
近
that
か。
Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
なんだっけ。
Looks like you
エ
stuck
ンター
with
プライ
me,
ズだ。
Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
うんこっち
They don't stand a chance against those things.
襲われてるあー間に合ってないよ多くあ弱え弱えちょっと待って奥にもいるじゃんこれ敵？敵だよねちょっと見たい見えないいいよ敵の攻撃を避けることでたまりが早いほっほっほっ今2でいいや無理2でも十分でしょ崩れろ気が触れやからの死にそうだなさよなら敵いっぱいで前線の船は帰ってこない来いよ撃ってこいよさあ来い攻撃して来いほっよいしょ3溜まった3撃とうまあ撃ついいよメガフレアがずっと降ってきているあ先生の方も溜まってる
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
素材だけいらねえなんだ犬 ス4番マックスだからね。HP 回復と見えどうなってんの画面走ってみてわけわからんことになってる。まぶしいめちゃくそいる。さあ攻撃してこいや。こいしてこいや。やる余裕ねえかお前ら。逃げよと。先生のこのも上がってる。
Sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
奥どんだけおんねん。いやさあ来いや。誰でもいいぞかかってこいや。飛行機を刺そう。ほっくそわからん。はい今のダメなんほい。判定がわからんこいつらのジャスト回避をしないとねたまんねえんだわ。まあ3でも十分だわこの雑魚。割れた。割れた。こういう系なら多分ねはめやすいんだわ。おおよく避けた。なんじゃその攻撃。ほいほい。4溜まったら撃つよ。ペチペチペチペチついひえー。
Where the city's leaders gather, there may still be survivors inside.
ずっと降ってる。お宝箱か。フレアブレス。先生の風呂があるよ。
Does Ultima's reach extend this far?
What
the hell is going on here?
あれいっぱいいるいっぱいいるいっぱいいるいっぱいいるいっぱいいるならこれの出番よね。次の攻撃を誘うって避けた方が多分こいやかかるこいやかかるこいや。様子見しなくていいからねえ。それ避けよしよしよしよしよし避けやすい避けやすい。はい4溜まった。 強い。あ、強い。
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You
だから鎧着てんじゃん。
I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are
神の兵。
divine.
じゃあお前もなればいいじゃん。
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am near of House Harbor.
おい、鎧なんか被ってお前ビビってんのかお前。いつものなんか軽装で来いや、軽装で。ビビってんね、確実に。タイタンのあれ。かっけえブロッキングを。いや、ちゃう、いねえわ。遠距離攻撃ブロックでもしゃあないじゃん。意外と遅いな。意外と遅い。じゃあ避けやすい。よっ。3。4。おい。終わった。クソ。じゃあもう一回やるまでよ。クソ。もうちょっとで終われそうだな。3。急げ。全力だ。全然効かねえなこの技。HP 減ってなくね？なんでムービーかよ。
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen
ボコボコにされといて何言ってんねんこいつ。
Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos.
かっけえな。
Yes!
クソがよ。 敵の攻撃を見切ろ。バレた。あとちょっとだったのに。あ、そういう系で、そういう系で、そういう系ではちょっと終わったんかよ。いやほい、またムービー入るとかやめろ。やめろムービーとか。いや、削れてる削れてる。お、倒せそう。よし。うめえ。
The vessel is strong. My liege.
キモいのが死んだぜ。
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
もう残ってないって言ってたよな。
You did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
意味深だな。シャキーン。
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
出たー。
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
そんな汚い剣でいいの？舐めてんのか？つえー。手加減されてるぞ。剣の腕では完全に負けてる。
I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
こいつは完全に操られてんのかな。
Try it.
強いんですけどこいつ。おいリミットブレーク発動してたら死なねえんじゃねえの。ジョシュア早く助けて。おい無茶するねよお前。おい無茶するねジルお前。おいジル死ぬんじゃねえだろうな。
This way! Hurry!
お願いだし見逃してください。
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
ちょっとおいオーディン強すぎるんですけど。
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to
傷
you.
直してくれた。よかったよかった。
This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
すげえな。
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship.
そうだめちゃくちゃこの人寄付してくれたからね。2000万ギル。
You risked your life.
2000.
For what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
ジルは
Don't you dare do that again.
やばいよジル。
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
なんでわかんの？
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain
まだ途切
she is alive.
何それ？テレパシーがなんかでわかんのかよ。エーテルはまだ途切れてないだって。
We must
そんなことわかんのかよ。
Jill will be with the king.
ドミナントの力なのかな。
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere.
能力者同士は惹か
It's
れ
the
合う的な。
mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough.
まだ部品が足りねえのかよ。
Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
傷直してくれたんでしょ。ジョシュアが。じゃあ大丈夫よ。またどこにも行きたくなってる。
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of a How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else?
カンベルは壊滅です。
They're all right.
誠に残念ながら。
Story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place.
再利用
Personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the
部品ね。
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
そんな都合のいい部品があるのか。メモ帳か？そこに書いてんのか？
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
クライブには理解できなかったらしい。
What do we have here?
タバコ入れ。
Pipes.
いや、実はそれかもしんないよ。なんでそれ決めつけんの？決めつけよくないよ。あらー。さらに、なんだ？
I remember
埴
seeing
輪。
this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
埴輪みたいな。それは違うだろ、それは。さすがに。
What's this tucked inside it?
紙切れ。初めての発明にとても驚きました。あれは父ちゃんにとって宝物です。だから父ちゃんの宝物もあの中に入れて大切にしまっておきます。きっとミドはいつかみんなの夢を叶えるすごい発明をするのでしょう。それだけ父ちゃんの夢も一緒に叶えてくれると信じて。あの中に入れて大切にしまっておく。
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
おー。全部ひらがなに書いてたってことは、だいぶ昔のミドが子供の頃の発明なんかな。何作ったんだろう。
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion.
Orchestrion?
Couldn't it be more than what? 11, 12?
Ten
We should cobble that thing together. It would surprise us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are gone? Cole said it was an army of a cash.
天才だったかミドは。ちっちゃい子供の頃にこれ作ったらしいわこれ。
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
壊れてた？壊したんだろうが。
Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons.
壊したんだろうが。
See?
何もしてないって嘘つくんだバカが。
All right, out of the way.
何もしてないのに壊れましたとかそういうタイプなんですよどうせ。何かやってんだよ。
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
なんか流れてんの？
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
おお、それまさしくパーツじゃねえん
Don't
ですね。
look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
どこに使う部品なんだろうこれ。なんじゃこりゃ。
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you stood up and walked off. Yes. Left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
ディオンはもうこれ登場しねえのかな今後。あいつ好きなんだけどな。
Every moment I waste here.
シュン。だいぶ移動範囲が広がったな。あとはもう行けないのがウォールド大陸だけじゃね。
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Enterprise!
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne.
めっちゃすごいやつじゃん。
And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company! We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
トルガルが。お前何もできねえだろ犬なんだから。あ、こっちに来てくれたの。
Everyone with me?
おっさん無理しない方がいいぞおめえ。おめえちょっと船で伝わった方がいいんじゃねえか。アカシア兵が大量だ。
Here they come.
怖すぎだろこんなんがさいきなりわーってきたら。めちゃめちゃいる。燻製の炎が。あそれいいよ。まとめてやったらまとめて。はい気持ちいい。断末魔がやばい。断末魔が。もういっぱいいるいっぱいいる。 あ、それそれそれそれ。みんなやってんな。早く早く早く。チャージ、早くチャージしろ。女子は強えな。やってくれてんね。いいね、女子は。よし、どんどんダメだ、どんどんダメだ。そこで言ってるから。どんどんダメだ。どんどんダメで、どんどんダメで。あー、気がつかなくなったバカが。もうちょっと4弾なんだよ。やめろ。おれ。ネガフで終わっちまうよ。終わったわ。お前のせいだぞクソが。あ、こいつが最後だ。
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain?
やっとしよこうか。
Clive?
ジルはっていうか。あれ
But I thought he was.
こいつもアカシアのなんか
Then it is as I feared.
力で生きとるだろ絶対。不死身だろ。
No man, but a creation of
魔法で生み出された魔物。つまりクローンいっぱいいる。めちゃめちゃいる。
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
どうすんのこれ。
For another round?
Of course we are.
Right, Lord Rosfield?
弱点化しとるやろな多分な。
The executioner.
ボス単体だったら強いかもしれんけど、
No matter, heads will roll.
増殖したら弱いんだよ。そういう法則があるね。
You leave. We follow.
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow
ちょ
ahead!
っと待って、置いてかれるんだけど。つうかジルもいねえしよ。
Tis not blood that runs through an enemy's veins.
時間を稼げ。
These foes will not fall easily, but they will fall.
あー、わからん、こいつの攻撃。
Before a woodman's.
ちょっと
Good thing I brought one.
どっから攻撃飛んでくるのかよ、これ。あっちね。
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes.
早く早く早
Unless
く。
you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
もう2でいい。2で撃つ。
Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
ついでに先生のそのまま。なんか弱くね。私だったらメガフレア意味ねえじゃん。意味ねえじゃんメガフレア。せっかく撃ったのに。もう1とかでさっさと撃った方がいいな。これこれ。1は時間が短いんだよな。時間が短いでこいつはクソダコだから。それぞれのレって言ってるよ。
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
めっちゃいるけど。邪魔や。こう並んでくれてるところが当てやすいんだよな。でこれ回転に制限があるからな。 360度回れねえんだよな。飛び乗れ飛び乗れ。ジルはっていうか嘘でしょ。ジルお別れなの。ナイス。めちゃめちゃギリギリやん。すごいジャンプ力だな。あれクライブはもう無理です。無理でしょ。無理でしょ。それは無理でしょ。どこに捕まるんですか。おお、ちょっとした出っ張りに。大丈夫その煙。でけえな。あれ、あ、生きてたけど捕まってる。
What do you want?
人質的な感じになってんのかな。
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary.
食事出てて後ろ手縛られてんだからどうやって食べるんだよ。
I would not see you damaged.
停泊中？停泊なんかしとる余裕あんのか。整備？整備？はい、とりあえず出したってことか。まだ整備とかなんか終わってないけど、とりあえず出港させたってこと？何？エンジントラブル？
Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
ずっとじゃねえよ。
And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
アルテマぶっ倒したら終わりよ。
You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Randalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead.
嫌だ。
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an
あ、
army
一
at
旦
my
どっ
back.
か行くんだ。おじさん。 なるほどね。 下ろしたんか。うるさいから。あのじじいうるせえからちょっと下ろせって感じで。それ大変だろ、そんなん。何日かかるんだよそれ。遭難するで普通あんな。海を舐めちゃあかんで。クリスタルジロー。あ、ディオン。お前めちゃくちゃボロボロやんけ。そんなんで飛び出てきたんか。でもディオン、お前これ自分がやったんやで。お前これお前がブチ切れて自分がやったんやで。やっちまったな。
My lord。
人おるし。こんなところに人おるんかよ。つうかあいつよ、ここまで戻れたな。クリスタルデジローってここでしょ、これでしょ。ここからここまでよういったね、あのボロボロの姿で。
Between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
早くね。もう掴んだ。むちゃくちゃ早いなこの船。
Look alive, boys! Pull ahead and keep those furnaces fed.
そのまま突っ込めばいいんじゃねえか。先っちょめっちゃ尖ってたでしょ。そのまま突っ込めばいいって。でも暫定権でやられるか。
See what this girl can do.
横っ腹に突っ込む、横っ腹に。やばいやばい、そっから暫定権打ってこられたら終わりだ。
Where one leads, so does the other follow. A bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
落ちねえから海に。
But then there is not my blade.
オーデンの上だけ。馬出さなくていいんだ。暫定権打ってきたけど。どうすね。 い機動力だ。ジェットエンジンみたいなの積んでるからね、こっちとら。近くでやられればやられるほどよけらんねえよな。今の縦だったからよかったけど、横投げの一撃だったら真っ二つだったじゃん。お、体当たりした。乗り込めー。やばいって。船の上でやるな、船の上で。くそ、せめてじゃああいつの船の上でやればいいのに、こっちの船の上でやるんかよ。最悪じゃん。深淵。この船でかくね。めちゃくちゃでかいじゃん、あいつの船。さすがゴールド王国機関。でけえな。もうファンネルみたいなのは結構強いんだよな、これ。これ魔法に反応してどういった追撃してくれるんだから。重力時間がめちゃくちゃ長い。いやー、どこに行けばいいんだ。ははー。こういう時にはこれ使うか。敵の攻撃避けやすいからね、ボスタイプ。ライトンカトンムード3で十分だ。おお、すごい削り、すごい削り。めちゃめちゃ削った。いいんじゃねえの、いいんじゃねえの。これで終了。あれ、どこですか？ん？あ、ドアがあった。お？一般ピーポーが？やばい、うちの船がやられてる？もしかして。エンタープライズ作ったばっかだよね。やめろよマジで。船の上で爆発すんな。せっかく作ったばっかの船なのに沈んじまうよ。あらららららららら。もう優しいな。船をぶった切られないだけマシか。その気になれば船を真っ二つにして終わりだもんな、あいつ。優しいわ。優しいのか。お、いっぱい並んでるからこれ当たるんじゃねえ、いっぱい。いや冷静の船が上がってきたわ。 が多すぎるわ。さあなんか攻撃してこい。いいよ、星いいよ星。そんな余計熱いね。2 3 4。こいつはやっといて。微妙に残るやつじゃんこれ。よし、さあ来い、さあ来い、さあ来い。そう、まあ、雑魚のさ回避タイミングが分かんねえわマジで。あは、遠距離来いかよお前。もう1で撃つわ。ぶつけようぜ。は、どこだよ。あれこっちから来なかった？下か？めっちゃ敵いるな。すごい大人数だよこの船。めちゃめちゃ大型の船だ。あれ、穴開いてますけど。穴開いてるよこの船。これ時期に沈むなこれ。まあいいでしょうそれは。木星かよ。
Clive, how did you?
I'll explain later. Hands.
Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
よく無事だったなジルは。
Stand still. Phoenix, are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
おいお前ここでうまい乗るなよ。あ、いなくなった。あ、空飛べるのずるくね？その見た目で。その見た目で空飛べるのずるいよな、どう見ても。やばいやばいやばいやばい。やべ、どうすんねん。ガンでつけんのかされたらためたもんじゃないよ。おお、割れそう。あ、そらした、ナイス。やばいって、相当やばいで。それで落ちんのかよ。あ、でもこっちの船はどうだ？落ちるんじゃないの？落ちてるね。自分とこの船をこっち操縦する人いなかったんかな。クライブ乗ってますけどね。クライブとかジルとかドルガルもこっちの船乗ってんだけど 待てや、どうなってんねんこの波は。なんで元に戻らねえんだよ。なんて言うんだっけこういうの。モーゼのなんとかだっけ。すんごいことになってんな。波が一生なんか避けてる。波っつうか海だわ。
But to where?
飛んでいけばいいや。あらー、こいつ便利だなマジで。ワープもできる。
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
完全に利用されてんじゃんこいつ。
Never led astray by your blind resolve.
せっかくこんなに強いのになんで利用されてんだろう。バカなのかな。
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
オーディン欲しいな。
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
はい、第2ラウンド。
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do.
わからんわからん。全くわからん。痛い。ためろためろためろ。メガフレアをためるんや。全然見えない。全然見えない。全然見えない。はい。もうちょっと読んだよ。はい。全然割れねえじゃん。クソ硬くね。じゃあこれも打っちゃおう。どこ行った？ああ当たんねえ。ギリギリ当たんねえ。最悪。どんどんアピリット使っていこう。リキャストをされするのはもったいなすぎる。なんかやってますよ。ちょっと斬突剣構えだって構えだったらさ止まっとけや。いつまでやってんねん。動くなよ。止められねえじゃんそんなん。 負けイベントかこれ。削れねえんだけど。こっち消えてね。よかった、当たってるっぽい。どこにいんの？なんか目の前にいるっぽいな。お願いお願い、削れて削れて。残続けまであと。やめろやめろやめろやめろ。321間に合わなくねこれ。ちょっとって発動された。やめてお願いお願いやめて。テイクダウンテイクダウン。あイベントですかこれは。あとちょっとやってん。
Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying. Dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
雨じゃないからなこれ。海水だからな。
And abandon everything we hold dear.
We don't
絶対気持ち悪いだろう
need
な。
salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
お、やっと
The faster it binds you to
やっと
the
舞台戻っ
remaining
た。
dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
どうすんのどうすんの。
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
走るのか。
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
いや無茶だろこんなんどう考えても。あ、なるほどね。固めておくってこと。なるほど、それならいけるね。飛べばいいじゃん。空飛んで出ろや。走るんじゃなくてそっちの方が速いだろ。インパルスで 10%。 あ、いいじゃんこれ。
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn.
わかるよ。服が濡れたらそりゃ服脱いで乾かすよな。しかも海水だからベトベトだもんな。
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me.
別にこんな演出いらんだろ別に。でも
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good.
お、クライブこっち振り向くなよ。
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
ケツ痛そうだなっていうか。あらー、当ててんのよ。
You're still that same boy I grew up with.
お、背中おっぱい当たってるって感じになってんじゃんクライブこれ。
Eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone.
おっぱい当たってるっすよこれ。でもジルおっぱいめちゃくちゃちっちゃかったからね。
Thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
危ないって。
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive.
話が頭に入ってこんねやけど。
You survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill.
振り向いたー。お前全部見えてんだこれ。
Are you sure?
見えてますよこれ。
If this is what you want, then
Don't worry, Clive.
何？
It is.
何してんの？
This burden. I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
but I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow. I see now that they are all a part of me.
Ah, 芝吸収してんの？なんで？なんでそうなる？これじゃああいつらの思い通りなん、思うツボなんじゃねえの？なんジルもう戦わんでいいってこと？これもう戦わんでいいよっていうそういう意思表示？
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each
これはついにチューするか？ついに散々邪魔されてきたけどそこかよ。
that we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
それフラグ。それ死亡フラグなんだわ。
And I promise you
またこうやって一緒に月を見ましょうみたいな。
that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
おお、ついに。シチュエーションがちょっと意味不明だけど。どこここ？無人島らしきところ。ケツ痛いだろっていうか。早く服着ろや。 ジルどうなるんや。芝の力もらったっぽいけどなれるんか。ただの人になっちゃった。でも力もらってもなれるよね、召喚獣には。タイタンもなってたし、ガルーダもなってたし、別にちょっともらうだけでしょ、ちょっとだけ。
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan.
You can帰るんかよ。
Damn good one at that.
どうやって帰るの？
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait. あ、ここウォールードのあの土地か。ここ黒の一帯じゃん。ここまで来たんだ。あともうちょっとじゃん、ここは。遠いなっていうか。この大陸でかっ。ウォールド大陸でけえな。まあ、半分以上黒の一帯に侵食されてるけど。どうやって帰るんだこれ。仲間の船は近くにいるんかな。
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
いや、オーディン削り切ってたらどうなってたんだろうな。無理なんかな、やっぱり。召喚獣芝のスフェード芝スナップは前後左右に素早く移動できる。それによって敵との前を詰めたり攻撃を回避することができる。なんかステップみたいな。芝解放。あと1個じゃあラストはオーディンかな。ここはオーディンっぽいな。芝地面を滑るように素早く移動して敵の攻撃を回避。移動中に丸を押すと敵を凍結させるフロストバイトを設置する。へえ、敵カチンコチンに凍ってるやん。また敵を引きつけて攻撃間際に発動すると後輩の敵を凍結させる。へえめちゃめちゃええやん。欲しい。高っ。3000だって。その分強いってことか、やっぱり。これはアイスエイジ。 んマジで。メズマライズ。あ、なんか引き寄せだ、引き寄せ。複数の標値を素早く離す。敵に命中すると引き寄せるだけ。へえ。なかなかいいじゃんこれ。これはライム。生成した結晶を軽量的に命中すると結晶の中に閉じ込める。空中で待つだけ微妙。ダイヤモンドダスト。お、ウィルゲージ削除が5だ。これも取っとこう。アビリティポイントまあまああるからね。メズマライズか。ちょっと待ってよ、一旦セット。フェニバハンナートもいらねえかこれ。このメガフレアのチャージな。むちゃくちゃ投げるんだよ。かといってギガフレアを使いたいからタイタンブロックいらねえか。レイジングフィスト。フェニックスシュートも別に使ってねえんだよな。待てよ、マスター化してないから別通りつけれねえんだよな。ここら辺な。マスター化高えんだよな。マスター化高え。転生の炎をマスター化して芝あたりにくっつけるか。そうしよう。うん。これでフェニックスも用済み。芝にしてこれいいや。インパルスサテライトがちょっと微妙だな。サテライトをワインダップに変えてもいいかも。あ、ワインダップもあれだ。マスター化してないからつけらんねえわ。ダイヤモンドダストがやっていうか。ダイヤモンドダストここにつけよう。インパルス強いんだよな。待て、サテライトいらねえわ。だからここにダイヤモンドダストつけて必殺技だらけなの俺。ここに転生の船必殺技が4つだった。レイジングフェストじゃなくてワインダップの方が好み。これでいいや。完成。ほんでインパルスの削り経験値 15% アップ。魔法で削る 10%。 魔法、これ魔法扱いなのかな。敵を追従する魔法生成魔法だよな。魔法でウィルゲージを削る力が 10% 上昇。インパルスで10。完全にこっちの方がいいじゃん。このマークスマンリングの方が。魔法っていう魔法、これ全部魔法でしょこれ。ちげえのこれ全部魔法じゃねえのこの辺。魔法ってのはもう三角で出るちまちましたあの魔法だけなんかな。絶対そうだよね。っていうかじゃねえと強すぎるもんねこれね。全部魔法っぽい感じだけどじゃあしゃあね、このインパルスのこれつけとくか。似たようなのあるもんねこれね。なんとかでウィルゲージを削る力がアップするみたいな。ほらあった。ライジングフレームはどう見ても物理だから。だから他に魔法っぽいねえの。ルックスガンビットってこれどう見ても魔法だよね。ガルーダの どうでもいいや。これや。アビリティと経験値は常にアップ。よし。
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
Then what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established.
バハムードってやっぱ強かったんだな。
And that man was
普通にオーディンとやり合ってたもんね。
I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken.
そもそも勝ったんだってジョシュアと
I have never felt so
合体したからだ
powerless.
からね。
And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
.お祭りかな？灯籠流しってやつ？なんか助けられてんね。包帯巻いてくれてる。ディオはもう戦えんかな。バハムトと味方になってくれたら相当心強いんだけど。
Don't move.
メロンパンだ。それ何？
Here, it's fresh from
お
the
水
well.。
それ煮沸消毒しとんがちゃんと。ちゃんとしたきれいな水かおい。
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place.
なんかの儀
I
式だ。
set one on the river for her when she passed away. このガキンチョウ。親はいないんかな。
From the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you
このおっ
well.
さんなんか独り言言ったらとか
Make them.
思っとるやんな。
And sell them, or try to.
あ、
Earns me
こい
enough
つ
for bread most days.
薬いりませんかって言ってたやつか。
I have nothing
ここ
to.
ここに来て
Well,
伏線
I
回収。
couldn't just leave you lying there.
薬効くでしょみたいな。
You're going then?
Of course.
金払ってけよ、金。
I'm healed. Thanks to
お題
you
は
and your poultices.
お題は1000万ギルになります。
Will you promise to come back and visit?
王子なんだから。お金払わなきゃ。
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
お？我が翼を授けようだって。つり仲間になるか？
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe
数日
less, if your uncle can
そん
find
なかかん
someone
の？
trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
よし。またビビアンの世界情勢を聞きましょう。
I'll still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
違います。
I'm not here for Mid.
そうそうそう
I need
そう。
information on Ash.
この女
Then why
は
not ask
うるさ
Molly
いだ
if
け
you
で。
can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is
あれまあ
spotty and
知らないって
outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he
鎖国してんのか
seized
よ
the
ウォー
throne.
ルド。
If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my
その
hair. But interrupt me, and it's over.
大先生とか言ったらあっさり教えてくれるんだけど。知っとんかよ。
Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed.
不死の
Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's
半端ねえな。
ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might
まあむちゃくちゃ強かったもん
spreading
な。
through every court parlor and drinking hall in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
めちゃくちゃ警備手薄だったけど、あそこ。
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid,
結局何もわからなかったやん。ちょっとしたウォールド大陸の昔話されただけやん。今の現状何も分かってねえやん。ひえー。オークとかアカシアがウォールドではもうあいつらの味方なんだな。すげえな。多分もう圧倒的な力で従わせてんだろうな。おいクソオークども逆らったらこの斬鉄剣の餌食やぞおい。家来になれみたいな感じになってんだろうな。
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, If you're finished here,
この
join me.
歴史の勉強ちょっとやだ。
I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
俺さんな、歴史が苦手だったんだよ。学生時代な、マジで。勘弁してくれよ、ほんと、歴史の話は。頭が痛くなってくるわ。意味あんのかよ、歴史なんか勉強してよ。何の役にも立ってねえぞ、大人になってから。そんなもんよな、勉強なんてよ。
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's spine.
ついに最後のクリスタルを破壊するか。
I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is
邪魔
under
して
the
くるだろう
rule
な、
of
絶対。
Ultima.
あ
A
の、
large
あい
party would
つ、
only
バル
attract
ナバス。
unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and
そこで
require
ようやっと
supplies
オーディン
which may be
倒せるん
difficult
か
to
な。
obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav.
あ、ジルは
Know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters.
あ、ジルは連れてかねえんだ。
Stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind.
クラブとジョシュアだけ
Nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for
船に
royalists
残って
and
護衛しろって
pirates
ことか。
alike.
なるほ
We
ど
want to stop anyone boarding.
ね。なるほ
Don't
ど。
worry.
理にかなってる。
I'll keep the ship and her crew safe.
確かにね。
You'll be
エン
needing
ター
passage
プライズ
home
にちょっと
after all.
人残しとかんとね。襲われたら終わりだからね。
Very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
これはサブクエタイムいけるか？めちゃめちゃキリがいいんじゃね？待って、この影の立役者っていうクエストマジで進まねえじゃんこれ。鍵マーク一生ついてんだけどこのクエスト。何これ？あ、どこにでも行ける。なんなんあのクエスト。進まねえじゃんあのクエスト。なんでよねマジで。まあいいや。キリがめちゃくちゃいいからこの辺で今日終わっておくか。サブクエストめちゃめちゃあるからやりたいしな。よし。つうわけで今日はこれで終わりです。レベルナンバー上がった ?1 全然上がれねえ。はい、ではおやつにゃむちでした。見て